What's up, people? Many of us think that if we're children of famous, wealthy celebs, surely we won't have to work all day, every day. We should just live a never-ending vacation. Well, I guess not all rich kids are actually rich. Some of the stars have actually disinherited their offspring. It's like winning the lottery, but for some reason not being able to claim the prize. So please, subscribe, hit the little bell button, and stay with me to find out the unusual reasons why these celebrities left their children without inheritance. One of the first stars who disinherited his children and grandchildren, well, not totally, they will inherit a minimum amount compared to the large sums that he managed, was Lord Baron Hilton. Yes, this is Paris Hilton's grandfather. Baron was the one who, after inheriting his father's Conrad Hilton hotel chain, he helped to grow the business to a point that now it's located in 76 countries with no more and no less than 2,800 hotels. Baron was also in charge of promoting the National Football League. So Grandpa Hilton had other plans for spending his entire fortune. But how much money did this gentleman have? Well, Baron had accumulated the incredible sum of $1.275 billion, and of course, he was not going to give it all to his children and grandchildren. In fact, Baron decided that 97% of his assets should go to the Hilton Foundation, chaired by one of his 8 children and dedicated to helping those in most need. Therefore, when this businessman said goodbye to the world, he left 3% of his fortune, which is almost $40 million to distribute among his 8 children and 15 grandchildren. Although there are 2 granddaughters who received nothing, not even a dime. Can you guess who those 2 were? Exactly, Paris and her sister Nikki. These 2 were disinherited after being involved in a number of scandals. Grandfather Baron even stated that he was ashamed of the behavior of his granddaughters. But Baron was not the only person. We still have many more celebs that disinherited their children. You ready? I got another person on this list who decided to cut off his children. Or, in this case, I would say only give them a tiny bit of his net worth, which is Bill Gates. As you know, Bill has repeatedly been declared as the richest man in the world. In fact, last year Forbes magazine put him at number 2 on the list of the 10 wealthiest people on the planet. Well, with a fortune of nearly $100 billion, but his kids will not inherit anything. Well, I mean, not nothing at all. I mean, the children of Bill and his wife Melinda will receive something. So we got Jennifer, Rory, and Phoebe. They'll all receive $10 million when their father is no longer with us. Bill said the following: "Our kids will receive a great education and some money, so they are never going to be poorly off. But they'll go out and have their own career. It's not a favor to kids to have them huge sums of wealth. It distorts anything they might do, creating their own path. That $10 million is less than 1% of his total fortune. But what about the rest of the money? He's gonna leave that 97% to charities." Bill also has a foundation called the Bill and Melinda Gates, which is in charge of fighting famine and needs of the less fortunate. Incidentally, Bill and his wife's institution is the world's largest private charity. To give you an idea of Bill's generosity, according to Forbes magazine, Bill and Melinda donated $38 million once, and in 2006 they donated $500 million to fight AIDS. Alright, what do we got next? Another celebrity who plans to leave his kids penniless is the handsome actor Ashton Kutcher and his beautiful wife Mila Kunis. This time, it's 100% real. Wyatt and Dimitri, who are still very young, won't get a dime of their parents' wealth. Ashton said that when the time comes, they will donate their entire fortune to charitable causes. The actor from 2.5 Men did not rule out helping them when they grow up and want to start business, as long as they have a good strategic plan for it. But they won't be waiting for a huge inheritance. Today, Ashton is playing in the ranch, but that is undoubtedly what generates the least money. I say this because the actor has also been investing in technology. Among the 16 companies that the actor invested in, you can find Skype, Airbnb, and Uber. In fact, The last one alone, Ashton invested a total of $500,000, although the profit was 100 times higher. And according to Forbes magazine, the actor has a fortune of $177 million. And both Kutcher and Kunis spent their entire childhood without much help from their parents. Even he himself was born into a humble family that worked in a factory. So Ashton and Mila are very committed to the education and privacy of both of their children, and they always protect them from the paparazzi so they don't take pictures from them. Considering that for the last Christmas, the Kutcher-Kunis family asked their grandparents for their kids not to shower their offspring with gifts, it's no wonder that they don't want to give any of their inheritance to their kids. Probably they want them to live like normal children, so once they earn money themselves, they know the value of it more. There's an idea. Alright, another actor on this list who left without leaving anything to any one of his sons in Hollywood was legend Kirk Douglas, the father of Michael Douglas. Kirk, who had a fortune of $61 million, allocated 50% of that to various institutions, and also his own foundation, the Douglas Foundation, which is in charge of helping those who need it most. But hold up, he also left some of that money for his family. $11 million was distributed equally among all the members, except for Michael, who received nothing. Although Michael has a lot of money on his own, could it be that he spoke to his father before his death and said that he didn't need it? Guess we'll never know on that one. The famous singer Sting is also one of the people who decided not to leave anything for his children, and he told the Daily Mail that he does not want to leave them a fortune because they gotta go to work. And although of course if they need his help, he wouldn't deny it. But according to the singer, his children have a work ethic that makes them successful on their own. So Sting is one of the richest musicians in the world. I mean, his fortune is valued at $400 million according to Forbes magazine. And yep, none of that goes to his kids. Although he hasn't said what he will do with the money. So, speaking of singers, entertainers, Sir Elton John and his husband David Furnish believe that it's a terrible idea to give children everything they want. It will ruin their lives. They have to have some semblance of normality, some respect for money, and some respect for work. Well said, Sir Elton. You have all of my respect. He also said that the kids have to do chores in the house, take their plates to be cleaned, help in the kitchen, tidy their rooms, and help in the garden, and each time they do, they get a little star to put on these charts that they've made. As if that were not enough, the singer insisted that Elijah and Zachary need to learn how to stand on their own feet, that they're spoiled enough as it is by living the good life the way they do. But if they want a new car, they're gonna have to pay for it, and they're going to have a second-hand car to start with, just like what he had. A little too much maybe, don't you think? Anyways, Elton has accumulated an incredible fortune, and according to the celebrity net worth, the singer has no less than $500 million in his account, which positions him among the 10 richest celebrities in the world, and those kids can't have much of that when they get older. Fair enough, Elton. So, do you want to know who else will not leave anything to his children? The founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, who along with his wife Priscilla Chan, declared that both will donate 99% of their daughter's inheritance to NGOs. When Mark's first daughter, Maximo, was born, Mark wrote a letter on his personal Facebook account to his daughter. Together with his wife, they want for their daughter to grow in a better world than the world today. So Mark said that they will do their part to make it happen, not only because of the love they have for their daughter, but because they have a moral responsibility for the children of the next generation. I don't even want to comment on this one. You guys be the judge of that, and the judge of him. Oh, and by the way, according to Forbes magazine, Mark has accumulated an $80 billion in his account. So yeah, that is how much the kids would be missing out on. But kudos to those parenting skills, I guess. Alright, my curious sippers, what do you guys think? Do you think these parents are doing the right thing for their kids? Do you think their children will be able to succeed on their own without the help of their parents? Let's talk about all of that in the comments. And remember, like, share, and become part of our Curious Subs family by subscribing to our channel. Until next time.